Well, to be quite honest, we hardly saw any civilians at all. But on our journey, that's a different story. On our trek to the bridge, we met the Dutch. They couldn't give us enough food and orange drinks and stuff like that, fruit, sandwiches if we needed it there, and in return they took our shoes and, and took them back to their looms or weaving machines or whatever they done with them, made with them, good luck to them. But we went on our way, but we were getting a bit worried because we knew it was a time factor involved to get to the bridge there, and we had to just, I say, some quick goodbyes and wave to them, a few kisses, and off we went. The first morning after the landing and the after the night and morning came, we was able to look round us, and of course there was a great deal of damage being done by the bombing. When they softened them up, the Germans, didn't they, the RAF, and before we came along there. But we wasn't, like for instance, what did strike me, I thought there were some houses that looked like Victorian ones in England that appealed to me there, and I think these were the houses, these tall houses, and I thought, well, these are going to come in handy for fortresses, and we did use them as a fortress, but as regards to admiring, we'd never had time for that, you know. I mean, that was our battlefield, and we didn't know what was going to happen next, which you don't in a battle. It's just it, you know. You just go along and just keep your eyes peeled for the enemy rather than buildings and scenery and stuff like that. We've really got to be honest and say that it was just a town at the time. We had a wounded man with us, and we tried to get away and try to get some sanctuary, some place to hide, and we did find a place, but unfortunately it was a place that the Germans knew about, and there was more wounded than there was fit men around. There was just the medics and the wounded, and just the two of us that wasn't wounded, and it was up to us to either make a break for it or give way. We don't know what kind of building, because it was crumpled. It was all down, and it was like one stack of stuff, debris. One more thing I want to say, it's very sad for a soldier that's in and out of battle for one good reason, like for instance North Africa, Sicily and Italy, then coming along Arnhem, but we had young men coming in that we never was able to put names to faces, and there they are laying in Oosterbeek cemetery today. We never even knew them any more than what you did. Yeah. And that's very sad. You know, like you had someone just say, well, what's your name? Who are you? You know. Yeah. And you never really had a chance to put a name to a face. Well, it's a great feeling for one reason, that we're lucky. Well, I mean, when I lay a reef, sometimes I just write it, thanks lads for the bonus years, because we survived. And here I am, in my 81st year now, and but they don't stop us thinking of the lads, and you know, you look at like in between, we have a decent time, don't we? We got the Dutch bars, we got the bars in the saloon, but when it's commemoration time, yeah, that's when you feel it, especially when you do that private little visit